chat to you about monotony. Basically, we all know that training monotony usually leads us to training plateaus. In other words, if we're doing the same thing every week in, week out, eventually we find a plateau, we hit a plateau, and we find it hard to punch through it and advance our PBs. This is also important from a racing point of view. Now, when you're training for a specific distance and you're always just racing that distance, sometimes you can find that you hit that plateau and find it very hard to progress that personal best time. This is where I like to recommend either racing up or down in distance, depending on the athlete. So in some circumstances, it's great to race a little bit longer. For instance, you might be a 5K runner, so move up to a 10K, work on that distance for a little while, and then come back and see how that 5K is developed. In other words, you're developing that aerobic endurance a little bit more. Whereas the other way to go is if you're a 5K runner, then race down in distance, so come down to a 1500. Work on that speed a little bit more and then come back to the 5K and see how you progressed. Obviously it depends on the athlete, the training history, how long you've been racing and all that sort of thing. So there's a lot to take in there, but the takeaway for today is definitely look at what you've been racing recently, are you progressing, and then look for different ways in which you can progress that. If you're a junior athlete, what I highly recommend is racing a lower distance than usual. So in other words, work on your speed first and then the endurance. As we tend to get older, our endurance gets better and better, whereas we only have speed for so long. So definitely work on that speed at a younger age and then let the longer distances take care of themselves as you get older. Thanks again, and I'll see you next week.